All right, today we're going to quick go through 3.3 slope-intercept form. Just one main thing today. So thing to remember today is what slope-intercept form is. Right, y equals mx plus b. You'll use this for every problem today. All right, m is your slope. B is the y-intercept on the graph. All right, so for example, if I would give you an equation like y equals 4x minus 5, I'm going to ask you to identify the slope and the y-intercept. So every single problem today, you'll go m equals and b equals. You'll just look at what's in front of x, that's your slope. All right, so this case it's 4. Your y-intercept is your number at the end. All right, the sign goes with the number, so negative 5. All right, that's it. Pretty easy. So this case, again, I want every time, I just want you to go m equals b equals. M is your slope, so from your equation, all right, remember y equals mx plus b. All right, your slope is your number in front of x, so 5. Your y-intercept is the number at the end, negative 2, and you have your answers. All right, very simple. So letter A here. What are the slope and the y-intercept of the graph? So same thing, we just need to identify both. M equals b equals your slope, this time is a negative, and it's a fraction of 1/2. And your y-intercept is 2/3. Don't divide these, write your answers as a fraction, write them exactly how they show in the equation itself. Letter B, all right, letter B says, how do the graphs of the line of the equation in part A change if the y-intercept was moved down 3 units? So that means your y-intercept B would go from 2/3, all right, and if it's moved down, we would subtract 3, so we would have to combine and make like fractions. So we would want to get both as a denominator of 3. So we'd have 2/3 minus 9/3. So the new y-intercept would be negative 7/3, all right, which is a little bit below negative 2. So your y-intercept would just move down. All right, that's it. The slope, it didn't say anything about the slope, just the y-intercept moves down. So if it says the y-intercept moves up 5 units, we would just add 5. All right. Next ones, you have to write the equation given the slope and the y-intercept. So again, very easy. It's all based off of this equation today. Y equals mx plus b. You're going to hear me say that probably 1,000 times, it seems like. So every time I want you to do this. All right, it's going to help when we start having to write equations where we don't know the slope or maybe we don't know the y-intercept. So it's good to get in a habit of putting y equals mx plus b, m equals b equals. So in this case, it tells you the slope is negative 4/5, so we plug it in. Tells us the y-intercept is 7, so we say b equals 7, and we write our answer. Y equals negative 4/5x plus 7. Notice, every equation we write today will have both y and x in it, just like every equation we've written so far this year. All right, same thing, y equals mx plus b. This problem, it tells you we have a slope of 3/2. Again, do not divide this. As long as it's in simplest form, we leave it like that. We don't write it as a mixed number. All right, we leave it as this improper fraction because we want to, when we graph this, this will be rise over run. All right, so we leave it as 3/2. The y-intercept b is negative 1, so our equation is y equals 3/2x minus 1. All right, only a couple left. All right, when we're looking at a graph, all right, when we look at a graph, we want to find the equation. This one, it is multiple choice, right? Not many of them on your assignment will be like this with multiple choice. You have to write them on your own. So let's just go through the whole process. Y equals mx plus b. We didn't know 2 things. M equals b equals. We've learned when we have a graph, to find slope on a graph, we have to use rise over run. So all we do is pick 2 points on this graph. It doesn't matter which 2 points as long as you can identify them with integers. So it looks like the graph goes through right here. All right, we trace up. All right, here's another point. Pick any 2 points on the graph, and we use rise over run. So it looks like the graph is going, the line is going up. Right, so we go up 2, and we only go over 1. All right, this is simplified already. So if you would have picked this point up here, and you went up 4 over 2, 4 over 2 divided, right, equals 2. So you can just write 2 as your slope, since 2 over 1 equals 2. All right, your y-intercept then is where your graph crosses the y-axis. So the y-intercept, all right, is where the graph crosses the y-axis. All right, so in this case, it's right at -2. All right, so B is -2. So if we look at our answers, right, we should have y equals 2x and then -2 for our answer. So in this case, right, it looks like it is letter D. All right, last problem. All right, what do you expect the slope of the line to be from looking at the graph? So explain. When we have a graph, we always find the slope by using rise over run. This should be reviewed from a few days ago. Whoopsie. All right, rise over run. So m equals, this case, we read the line, it's decreasing, so we know it's negative. We pick any 2 points. So in this case, if I pick this point, right, and I see this point, our slope is down, so negative, -1, 2, 3, over 1, 2, 3. This one we must divide, so our slope then is -1. Letter B, what is the equation of the line? So we need y equals mx plus b. We need to know the slope and the y-intercept to write our equation. We know our slope is -1. Our b is our y-intercept, so we look where it crosses. Right here is where it crosses, and it's at +2. So we can write our final answer of negative. And you can put the 1. You do not need it, so you could just put -x, or again, you could have that 1 in front if you would like, and then +2, and we have our answer. All right, this is all we're doing today. Here's your assignment. All right, you'll have this assignment, and you will also have a short worksheet on 3.2 from what we learned yesterday. So page 187 through 193, 1 through 6, 13, 17, and 20 through 25.